Welcome to the 144th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic again in Peanut Gallery. It is Wrestlemania weekend.
They finished the story.
They did. So, but before we go into that, let's talk about night one.
But night one is irrelevant now. Night two has happened.
Yeah, but we have to talk about night one because we have to get the advertising. So, night one, the main event was awesome.
It was pretty good.
Well, here's the thing. It was almost 45 minutes.
Yep.
And it literally felt like 20 minutes.
That's true.
They paced this thing so awesome.
Yes.
How they separated the tag team champions was done really well.
Yep.
Also, R-Truth got his moment.
Yep.
A guy, he put in all this such amazing work.
Yep.
In doing all of this. He deserved that WrestleMania moment.
Yep. But we also have to talk about things that were
the Usos match.
Oh my god. That match was so boring.
It was really boring. People were like, oh, Jey Uso's really good. But is he though?
No.
I'm sorry. Here's the problem. He has the charisma. He has everything.
He does.
But him and Roman Reigns, the match at SummerSlam was kind of dog water.
Yeah.
Then we have this match, which was kind of dog water.
Yep.
What's the common denominator in both of those?
Jey Uso. This Jim Uso is also kind of dog water too.
Them together is great.
Right, but them separated, they're just two halves of a piece of pie.
Right. It's like, yeah, it's yummy and scrumptious, but it's not the pie.
It's kind of like Jay and Mark Briscoe.
It's almost like you eating out a bitch, but you don't get the full invite. It's the same thing.
Right. But
yeah, sure. The entry is nice, but if I'm not invited into the party, then what the fuck is the point of the entry?
But what I'm saying is that there's this brother syndrome going on, where one brother cannot succeed without the other brother.
But that's not the problem is that's not entirely true for all brother tag teams.
Oh, great! So name me one brother other than the Hardys.
The Steiner brothers.
Even then,
Scott Steiner.
Scott. Even then, Rick Steiner did not succeed without Scott.
Yeah, but you said one, Scott.
Okay, there was always one brother that was a token child.
Yeah, it was that, but also Matt Hardy did succeed. Are you kidding me? The Broken Hardys, that was Matt's creation.
Yeah, that was in TNA though. That was in the E.
But it doesn't matter. He did succeed. He disrupted wrestling. Jeff and Matt Hardy are a very rare exception where I think, because here's the thing, in that era, Matt was stifled because of that era.
Yeah.
If Matt had free reign, we saw the potential of Matt in that moment. Here's the problem with Jimmy and Jay. They're twins.
Yep.
So the expectation of both of them are not, and here's the thing, Peanut Gallery and I, we're not full twins. We are barely Irish twins. But the thing is that within our middle school era, the expectation of you was compared to me.
Right.
It was the same thing but here's the thing, we think so differently, you can't do that.
Right.
And the same thing is with every other brother tag team. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, there was success with a lot of them, and I'm pretty sure there have been a lot more that have been successful outside that. The Briscoe brothers, the original Briscoe brothers, Gerald and the other Briscoe, I can't remember his name. They were very successful outside of their brother tag team.
Yeah.
Like by themselves. Look at the Funks. Terry and Dory Funk.
That's true.
Both of them extremely successful. Both of them NWA World Champions. Both of them carved out their own legacies outside of the team that was extremely successful. Mm-hmm. The problem with the Usos is that
They're
what was it with this match?
I don't know.
It had everything because they both of them within of themselves know how to do this.
Man, it was kind of lackluster. Anyways,
the match was kind of dog water. What about the 6 woman?
I mean,
It should have been for the women's tag. I'm sorry. It should have been.
I mean,
it should have been Naomi.
Jade Cargill was there, so that was fine. She
did great.
It was a showcase for Jade Cargill, okay?
But she did a really good job. She put up on this match, and I'm going to give her all the credit. She definitely did this in the right way. But here's the problem. This match should have been at the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
If that match was at the Royal Rumble, we're going to have a different conversation.
But it wasn't. They needed all the women possible for the
for that, and then she was put in a position where she was alone instead of being protected with other really good women wrestlers. The first impression is the most important impression.
I mean, let's put it this way. She got really good impressions. Like her debut match, perfect debut match, but it just didn't feel that important to me. It was a whatever match.
Yeah, but that's the issue, is that it got good impressions, but guess what? It wasn't the first impression. The first impression was the Royal Rumble.
It's true.
That's the first impression. And that is the importance of a first impression. It's like she did really good at WrestleMania, but what about her appearance at the Royal Rumble? Very lackluster. Because that was a first impression.
Wait, hold on. You got those two mixed up.
No, I did not. Her first impression was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It was lackluster. But if her first impression was the WrestleMania 6-woman tag, we're having a totally different conversation.
Well, yeah, but the problem is that her first impression was not a WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, again, you're confusing us. Anyways, let's
move on. No, I'm not. No. Her first impression should have been the 6-woman tag, but it should have been at the Royal Rumble. She shouldn't have been in the Royal Rumble match, period. She shouldn't have been. I'm sorry.
You're confusing yourself. Let's move on. Let's move on.
You're an idiot. But let's talk about this main event. They build this as the most important tag team match of all time. And I will say, it definitely felt important.
It did, but was it the best?
No, absolutely not. In fact, I saw better tag teams at WrestleMania.
Last year's tag team match was way more important than this one.
It felt more important.
It was the Universal whatever tag team championship
between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the Usos.
Exactly. That one was way more important than this one was.
It felt more important.
Yeah.
Remember, pro wrestling, especially in WWE, is perception.
Yeah.
So they tried to make this perceptionally the biggest match to ever grace our screens. But the problem is that they forced it. It was not organic.
Right.
So now I do blame this. And obviously they did not know what was going to happen on the CM Punk injury.
Right.
The CM Punk injury derailed a lot of plans, and this was a consequence to that injury. I can't blame CM Punk. I can't blame WWE. It was a freak accident.
Now there is a documentary coming out on that.
I can't wait. Maybe as soon as I see that, my right now assumption was incorrect.
I think everyone's assumptions about this would be incorrect after seeing that documentary.
But guess what? I'm shooting. This is what Pro Wrestling Majestic again is. It's shooting at the hip. We're talking about our current perception of this match. And right now, even though they made this important, and it was a good match. Here's the thing. It was a good match.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a 45-minute match, and it felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was absorbed by every second of this match.
Yeah.
But it did not feel like the match.
No.
They built it as the match.
Yeah.
And it did not live up to the match.
The thing is that you knew what was going to happen now. You knew what was going to happen. You knew the results of it.
I knew the results. But Cody getting the pin, that was different. Now, hindsight now is 2020, and I think I kind of know what the main event for SummerSlam is.
Yeah.
Or Backlash in France. I think we might know that.
Or whatever the fuck The Rock wants to do with his time after Mania.
But here's the thing. The Rock pinned Cody.
Yeah.
That's the new story here. The Rock pinned Cody. What does that mean, and where is that going to happen? Now, to my presumption, is that Cody is going to run the gauntlet.
No, he's not. He's not gonna have a match against The Rock. No, The Rock can go after Roman.
Why?
Because The Rock is pissed at Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns could not end the story.
He might face them at SummerSlam, but there has to be a match for Backlash because that's in France.
Who the fuck cares?
It's a new market. They always put on the biggest shit in the new market.
The Rock is not going to go after Cody for the that's not going to happen.
It's 100%. I'm convinced it's going to happen.
No, it's not. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Okay. I'll make you eat those words. Because once again, I think you know that I'm an idiot, but it's obvious what they did here.
He is an idiot, so
it's obvious what happened here. Here's the thing: the match was good. I liked the match.
So like the video of Tiger Height's a fucking idiot.
But comment how great Tiger Height is as a part of this, because I called this like a month and a half before. As soon as this match was announced, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew it. Point one. I didn't like it, but I said, is that Cody will eat the pin tonight. And I said this. I definitely said this.
You mean last night?
No. It was when the match was announced. We did like a whole bullshit.
But no, you said that Cody was need to pin tonight. Tonight's Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday.
Yeah, but no, I said this before. I said this before WrestleMania, was that Cody was going to eat the pin, and whoever Cody pinned was going to face him at the next pay-per-view. I said this. You know why? Because Tiger Height is not only a scholar, but a gentleman. But overall, what would you give night one of WrestleMania from 2 thumbs down to 2 thumbs up and everything in between?
I'm going to give it 1 thumbs up.
I'm going to give it 1 thumbs up as well. I think it was a good night 1, but it was overshadowed by night number 2 because that was fucking perfect. So,
absolutely.
When we come back, we're talking about night number 2.